Okay, we're going to do a live reading here with St. Michael. What does St. Michael want to tell you today? Well, he wants you to be happy. So he says, decide to be happy now. I'm at the grocery store waiting for it to open. Just did a few hours of 24/7 AA Zoom, and I've decided to channel St. Michael, and he's here. There's confirmation. He wants you to be happy now, okay? And he says that you can ask him for help because he's willing to help you, okay? And he wants me to read this part that says, decide to be happy now. It says, the angels have heard you and you are being answered to your prayers. Instead of making your happiness contingent upon future events, you can decide to be happy now. One way to do so is to focus on everything and everyone to whom you are grateful. What is working well in your life? What are your blessings and your strengths? By allowing yourself to experience joy and pleasure now, you become empowered. Take control of your life and prevent outside influences from determining how you feel. He said, repeat that. Take control of your life and prevent outside influences from determining how you feel. Detach from drama, expect a miracle, write a gratitude list, maintain positive thoughts about this situation, and open your heart to love. Thank you for helping me open my heart, St. Michael, to happiness, joy, and bliss. I am now willing to see all the goodness in my life. Wow, St. Michael is so right on track. Okay, so he wants you to keep asking him for help because your prayers are being answered. Okay, now that was the bottom of the deck. So that's the overall energy that he's trying to tell you. Now, that's exactly what I shared on today. That's exactly what I was telling Kathy earlier, is stay out of the drama. And deciding to be happy now, don't be worried about the future. Remember that old poem that said, well, when I get my first bicycle, I'll be happy. When I get my first car, I'll be happy. When I get married, I'll be happy. And it goes all the way till she's sitting in her rocking chair. I'll be so happy when. It's like, decide to be happy now. Okay, so we're going to see what he wants you to hear. And you heard my coughing because it's probably pretty heavy. It feels heavy. It feels like he wants to take you and put you over his knee and spank you, but he's an archangel and he don't do it that way. Well, that was funny. Okay. He says, because you need to detach from the situation and you're not doing it. Hi, Gary. I see you on chat, but I can't really see chat. The sun's shining, but when I put up the card, I seen your name, so it was meant to be. No drama, mama. Right. So, detach from the situation, whatever it is. That's why he wants to put you over his knee and give you a spanking, but he can't because he's an archangel, he says. But you are not detaching from the situation, whether it's in the head, whether it's physical, whether it's many things. I'm hearing financial woes. You're letting these things control you, and it's making you unhappy, and you're saying, well, I'll be happy when this happens. And it's like, no, decide to be happy now, right now. Okay? Yesterday I went swimming at 8 in the morning. Today at 8 in the morning, I was on 24/7 Zoom. Tomorrow at 8 in the morning, who knows? I might be riding my bicycle. It's whatever makes you happy. You know, just do things that make you happy. Okay, let's continue on. Next card. Prayer will help the situation, because if you knew how to get out of the situation you're in, you would have already done it, is what you're saying. Well, he says more prayer. And if you're somebody that's saying that it's not working, if you're scoffing, then he's telling you you just haven't done it enough. And you're saying that you do it too much, but there's no such thing. So there's no such thing. People that scoff prayer are people who just haven't done it enough, and people that say they've prayed too much or go to too many meetings. It's wrong. It's wrong thinking. Okay? You can't pray enough. So prayer will help the situation. And he wants me to read a little bit on that because somebody's still having a problem with what I just said. Archangel Michael reminds you that prayer improves every situation while worry does the opposite. So if prayer improves every situation, worry does the opposite. Praying works because it allows God and the angels to offer assistance, since they cannot violate your free will. They cannot violate your free will. So praying works. Now that's like I tell people when the third step prayer says, God, I offer myself to thee. It's the very first line on page 63 in the big book. And if you say, God, I offer myself to thee, then you're giving up free will, and they can come in to assist you because you have free will. And they can't just come in and help you just because you're worrying. Worrying does the opposite. Praying lets them come in. So just say, God, I offer myself to thee. They can only intercede with your permission at your request. Just what I said, which is what prayer is. Although your prayers may be answered differently from your expectations, rest assured they are being heard. The divine mind knows the perfect solution to everyone involved. So your role is to ask for help and then follow the guidance. Repeat, then follow the guidance as it is given. God and the angels are in charge of how, in italicized, in how your prayers are answered, which is usually in an ingenious way beyond the scope of human imagination. Connect with a prayer group. The more prayers, the better. Just said that. Give worry and fear to God and the angels. Have faith, for there's good reason to be hopeful. And be open to the solutions that may differ from your expectations. And he was just saying an example. He said, is somebody is supposed to leave their matrix job and they're not doing it because they're too scared of losing financially. They're too scared of opening up their own business that would make them happy or doing their own thing. And he said, that's just an example, one small example. Dear God and Archangel Michael, and anyone else to whom you pray, such as Jesus, I ask your divine intervention in this situation, and then describe the situation. I welcome your help. I trust and follow your guidance with gratitude and grace. I need a miracle, and I ask that you send me one. And I ask that this situation be resolved quickly. Thank you and amen. So there's a prayer you can say too. So that's why I say the books are important, and when you are told to read something out of the book, please do. And in the meantime, study the books so that you don't need the books, but when they tell you to read the book, open it up and read it. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope so, because some of you won't read a book because you're too arrogant and you think you know it all, and the Spirit's telling you to read the book and you're not doing it. So again, St. Michael says he's sorry that he's sounding like a parent putting you over his knee and smacking you, but he says we got to get down to brass tacks. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and tell you also that he says your children are being watched over by angels. Now, I know this for a fact, that my child has been watched over since 1982 all the way to 2024, and I just had a conversation with her. So I know that St. Michael's watching over my child, and my children are also pets. I love animals. So there you have it. And your children are being watched over too, even if you don't think they are because you don't live with them, or you're in a separation right now, he says, and you're not with your children. He says specifically to mention that you are only the vessel for the soul of your children. You are not to be with them for their whole assignment. You're only to be a vessel for them to come into this earth. And doesn't that make sense? If we're all on our own unique assignment, I shouldn't be hovering over anybody. And that's why I have always let my daughter be. Even when I didn't want to, even when I wanted to come in and put her over my knee and give her a big whack, I didn't, because she's on her own assignment. Everyone is on their own assignment, and I don't care if the child's 2 years old, 9 years old, 16 years old, 35 years old. It doesn't matter. The point is that they have their own assignment, and you are the vessel. If you are the man, you were the sperm, you were the egg, you were part of it. But that's all we are. Let go. He's saying let go. Okay, he wants to wrap this up, and because he doesn't want to overload you. So he just wants you to know that your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. So if your inner guidance is real and trustworthy, then the things that I told you about being happy now, detaching from toxic situations, which I didn't have a card for, but earlier when I picked up the deck, the first card was it's time to leave an unhealthy situation. But the card didn't come out in this reading because some of you already have left the situation. Okay, now you're in the process of rebuilding. So he's saying that you should use your intuition and your guidance. Just like when I'm asked a question about how to do something, anytime I'm asked a question how to do something, it's HOW. You need to be honest with yourself, you need to be open, and you need to be willing. And what I mean by that is you do the research, you Google the information, you let the Spirit come in and show you what you need to do. How do I do it? By being honest, open, and willing. Okay, so the last card out, he wants you to focus on your health. But he says perfect and divine health. Not just, oh, I'm going to eat better, I'm going to exercise more. No. It's spiritual, divine, and perfect health. If you are okay spiritually, the rest will fall into place. So many people try to do physical first and then spiritual. It's actually the other way around. It's actually, if I get my mind straight, the body will follow. If you saw me 3 years ago to now, I think I've changed physically. I know I've changed spiritually, but I had to change spiritually first because I didn't feel like going on bike rides. I didn't feel like going swimming. I felt like crap. You know, my whole life got reversed on me in a matter of a couple weeks, and Christmas of 21, my partner is gone, okay, that I had been with for 30 years. So it's like I didn't feel like bike riding, and I didn't feel like swimming, and I had a lot of stuff on my plate to have to deal with because it was very unexpected. So I had to get this right first, my brain right first. And once I was right spiritually, then I could move forward. Once I was right spiritually, then I could move forward and lose weight, change my eating habit, you know, whatever I was doing, okay? So today, I'm a different person. Divine and perfect health. Okay, and I'm just going to read just a little bit on that yet, and then we're going to close up. All right, so let's see what they say about the divine and perfect health. It says, focus is the first word. Archangel Michael says that the key to good health is to focus. See, and I just said that. See how he talks to me, and then I just hear him, and then I say it. Oh, boy. Okay, Archangel Michael says that the key to good health is to focus upon the well-being instead of on the sickness or the injury. So instead of focusing on what's wrong with you, focus on how you want to be. You drew this card as a reminder to stay centered on your desires, not your fears. Bodies react instantly to love and fear. So choose the former in this situation. Pour genuine affection and blessings into every cell. Now you hear the sirens coming. And what he's telling me there is, the last time I saw my mission partner, he was carried away in an ambulance. And they said he had COVID, and he died 3 weeks later, from December 8th to December 21st, or 25th. He died in the hospital. I never got to see him once he left the house. I never got to identify the body. I never got to nothing, okay? It was that quick, all right? He just couldn't breathe anymore. All right, so we're not promised tomorrow. Pour genuine affection and blessings into every cell. Visualize and expect perfect health for yourself and others. Now, I wanted to add to that because I was also very sick, but they didn't test me. They didn't take me away. Nobody ever talked to me again after he left the house, and God just healed me miraculously. I mean miraculously, just healed me, and I have been in such good health ever since. It's just, I can't even explain it, so, but you know. So speak of yourself and your loved ones in terms of perfect health, affirming that all is well. You'll notice an improvement in your health. You will follow your intuition regarding your health and healing. Your life purpose involves healing. So I am going to be probably doing my mission, and it's probably going to involve med beds. So if nobody knows what a med bed is, please Google it and check it out. Med beds are from the spaceships, and we've brought them down here into fourth dimension. Make positive changes in your lifestyle. Use uplifting affirmations, especially about health, and always seek second opinions. Go by your intuition. Let St. Michael guide you. So he says to say this prayer: God and Archangel Michael, thank you for continuously reminding me to focus upon perfect health and for guiding my actions so that they support my well-being. And he said the reason he went off on to talking about health is because in order for you to decide to be happy now, and in order for you to continue your mission, divine and perfect health is very important. Okay, so we're not going to keep going and going, but there was a lot said there, so you may want to listen to this again. And thank you, St. Michael, for coming through. You're always with me, and you're always channeling all my readings. But this one specifically was only you and me, for you. So thank you for listening. I am Miss Mystic.